Hey everyone. Hey. Good afternoon or good morning, wherever you're joining from. I'll give everybody just a few minutes to kind of get signed on here. Over here in Germany, the weather is beautiful. I'm not sure how the weather is where you are. So maybe people are, outside or whatnot. But whoever's here, please feel free to say hello, where you're joining from, if you're first class or not. Welcome. I always start off by saying this is live, so it may or may not be perfect. So I do apologize ahead of time. Also, my husband's usually working from the other room, so you may or may not hear him. But yeah, so welcome. And thanks for either coming back or showing up for the first time. I hope you enjoy this. It's kind of my goal. My dad says hi. So my dad just jumped on. Gloria's here. Hello, looking forward to Inspired Flow. Casey says, good morning from Delaware. Wonderful. Welcome, everybody. And there must be something wrong with my computer because I only see that one person is on, but it seems like there's more than that. Maybe there's like 4 or 5, and I'm just unaware of it. So thank you for saying hello and welcome back for another wonderful flow. We'll go through a nice breathing technique or meditation, and then we'll do a nice yoga flow and ending in another kind of meditation, what I kind of call it Reiki, because you're sending love to yourself and then to the world. And my goal of doing this live, which is why I always start off saying may or may not be perfect, is, we're all kind of perfectly imperfect, and this is just my way of showing up and supporting you during this kind of crazy, chaotic time, and hopefully the light is at the end of the tunnel as we continue into our lives, maybe a little bit of a new normal. But yeah, I hope that this brings you a sense of calm. And I do want to say, kind of, since this is the beginning of the practice, is that I know it's slightly annoying that it's a new link every single time. I can either continue to send it to you privately, or you can just subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you should be able to see when the next class is scheduled, and you could push the little dinger or the little bell to be notified. But that's just kind of to say maybe the easiest way to continue following along when these are live, because I'll continue doing these every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for however long this kind of continues, or even however long people continue to join in, because I kind of have the luxury of already working from home prior to this, and this is an hour out of my time, which is no problem. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. If anybody else wants to say hello during the time that I'm doing this, please feel free. I'll always give you a shout out and say hello. So we'll start with today's theme. Today's theme is I trust my inner wisdom. And I really love that one. I trust my inner wisdom. As I go about my daily affairs, I listen to my own guidance. My intuition is always on my side. I trust it to be there at all times. I am safe. And I think that's just really beautiful to know that even during maybe times that we feel that we don't have much control, but the one thing that we do have control over is ourselves and how we respond. And I think one of the best ways of kind of tapping into that inner voice, or that inner knowing, or that inner calm, or whatever you want to call it, is through either meditation or breath work. And so today, because I asked on, I guess Wednesday, if you wanted to do belly breathing or alternate nostril breathing, we did belly breathing. So this time I thought we'd do the alternate nostril breathing, because it brings kind of like this sense of calm. It relaxes your mind and your body by bringing your focus into your breath, and also into like your hands and which nostril you're breathing in and out of. So if you've never done it before, you're in for a treat. And if you have, that's great. But it is something I also encourage you to practice. So without further ado, I do invite you to get into a nice comfortable seated position, whether you're seated on the couch or on a chair with your feet on the floor, or in a nice seated cross-legged position with your spine straight, your neck nice and soft, and with your right hand pushing down your pointer finger and your middle finger. Oh, hey Lee. Hey Jess. My sister jumped on. Great. Okay, so we're just getting started on the breathing. So So pointer finger, middle finger down. And so it's going to be this kind of look. I know, kind of awkward. So it's not the rock, rock on. It's a little bit of the opposite. So it's this. If this feels too complicated, just go like this. That's fine. You can just make an L with your hand. It shouldn't be that you don't want to do it because the hand movement feels awkward. But anyways, the way to do it is technically with your hands like this. So for the first couple of rounds, we'll keep our eyes open. And then I do invite you to close your eyes as you get more comfortable with it. So with your thumb, close off your right nostril. So right hand, right thumb, right nostril. And you're going to breathe in through your left nostril. And then exhale out your left. And then inhaling again. And you're going to close off or seal the left side and exhale out your right. Inhale through your right and close it off. And exhale. And if your hand's like this, that's fine. And inhale. And seal it off. I'm going to go back to original. And on the, so the trick is on the inhale, you seal and exhale to the alternate side, so the other nostril. And I know this might feel like a little bit of mind yoga, but that's kind of the point. It kind of brings our focus to our breath, okay? Inhaling and sealing. Inhaling and sealing. Exhale. And inhaling and sealing. And I do invite you to do a few rounds on your own with your eyes closed. So go ahead and close your eyes. Exhaling, inhaling, and sealing. Inhale. And see how slow that you can do this. So slow exhale. Slow inhale. Seal and exhale. Inhale and seal. Just going to do a few more rounds. Keeping your face relaxed. And just one more round. And on your inhale, go ahead and drop your hand and breathe through both nostrils. And with your eyes closed, just rolling your shoulders back with your eyes closed. Just continue to follow your breath. Just dropping in a little bit. And on each exhale, releasing any tension or stress or negative emotions. On the inhale, breathing in all of that goodness, all that gratitude and appreciation. And exhale and releasing anything you might be holding on to. Inhaling all the good stuff. Anything you might need. Release. And just following your own breath for just a few cycles. Bringing the breath a little bit deeper. Perhaps the chatter in your mind has slowed. And with a nice deep inhale through your nose, holding at the top. Exhale slowly. And just begin to slowly bat your eyelashes and coming back to the room. Really good. Another thing with the alternate nostril breathing is it's just excellent for slowing down your mind. It's a really good technique to do before going into a rather deep meditation, because you're kind of thinking and you're only thinking about where your hand goes and which nostril you're breathing in and out of. And it's just a really cool technique. So I do invite you to practice that more often. It can seem kind of awkward at first, but in the end, it's actually pretty nice. All right, so I'm going to scoot back onto my mat and we will begin our yoga practice with our theme of trusting our inner wisdom. Okay. All right. So we're just going to do some nice circles with our neck. Looking up on an inhale, exhale, down, nice circles. Inhale, looking up, exhale, looking down. Inhale up, and on the next exhale, roll the opposite direction. I do invite you to even close your eyes doing this. You might notice that I have my eyes closed at some points. And it's just so I become a little bit more focused on my breath. So I invite you to inhale, shoulders up, and roll them back. Inhale, both arms up, reach to the sky. Exhale, right arm down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, coming to that side, to our right side. Feeling a nice little side body stretch. Relaxing the face. Really good. Inhale, both arms up. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, left arm down. Inhale. Exhale to our left side. Feeling a little bit of that length in our rib cage here. Relaxing the face and the jaw. Breathing into that side rib. And inhale, both arms up. Exhale, both arms down. Really good. So now we're going to extend both legs out. So I'm going to extend my left leg and bring my extend my right leg and bring my left leg in. I'm going to so I'm going to kind of pivot towards my right leg as I inhale and exhale, bend towards my left legs, flexing my feet, seeing if I can grab my toes or my ankles. And this is mainly like a nice stretch for your legs. And breathing. And inhale, come up and switch. Pushing the left leg out, right leg in, and pivoting my hips towards my left. Inhale and exhale, keeping that leg or that foot flexed. Coming down a little bit further if you want to your knee. Mainly just getting that nice stretch in your leg. All right, really good. Inhale, come up. Bending the knees. We're going to come down, you guessed it, to all fours, to tabletop. All right, so for tabletop, my wrists are stacked underneath of my shoulders. My knees are underneath of my hips. To that tabletop position, I'm pressing into all 10 fingers, pressing away from the mat. Inhale, lifting my tailbone, dropping the belly, and inhaling my head up. And then on the exhale, moving by dropping my tailbone, rotating my hips, bringing up my belly, and dropping my head into the cat. And I do invite you to move on your own breath, trusting your own inner wisdom. I'm going to be saying that a bit. You can stay with me, of course, or move on your own. We're just warming up the spine, dropping tailbone, pushing away from the mat. Inhaling to lift. And drop. Really good. All right, so we're going to come to neutral spine here. I'm going to exhale my left leg back. Actually, I'm going to do my right leg because we're going to move into an interesting position. So right leg back. All right. Inhale, right leg up. Feeling that core strength. And then bringing left arm up. So it's opposites. Feeling that energy and that strength through your toes and your fingertips. And we're going to move on this a little bit. I'm going to bring elbow to knee on an exhale. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, bringing it through, knee to elbow. Inhale, open. Exhale, knee to elbow. Nice and slow. Inhale. And exhale. I'm going to drop my hand and my foot, but this time I'm actually going to drop my heel of my right foot, pivoting my left behind me. I have no room here. And on an inhale, opening up into gate part of my foot, really lifting up into the sky, opening so I'm not collapsing, really lifting, pressing into my knee. And on an inhale, bringing my arm straight up, pressing into my palm and lifting my leg. Exhale down, pressing into that, getting nice length here. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. And just one more. Inhale up. And exhale down. Bringing my arm around, pivoting that back foot. And bringing that right foot all the way through. I'm bringing it all the way through my hands. Pressing into my right foot and rising up. Exhaling, hands to center, this prayer. And on an inhale, I'm actually going to bring my hands to the other side of my knee, making sure my core is nice and strong. Feeling good, and a gentle twist looking over my right shoulder. If you want, you can bring your right hand behind your hip to really open up. Breathing gently, relaxing the face. I'm not collapsing. My core is nice and strong. Gentle twist. Exhale to come out. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, arms down and straightening that knee. So I'm pushing my hips back, bringing my foot up, getting that nice runner's lunge stretch. We're going to flow just a little bit. So bend the knee, come forward, stretch that groin on the other side, and push hips back. Maybe wiggle those toes a little bit. Plant the foot. Plant my left hand. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Really opening up. Exhale, arm down. Pressing into both hands and bringing my right leg back. Really good. All right, so time to do the other side. Inhale, left leg back. Maybe stretching that out a little bit. Pressing into my hands. Inhale, left leg up. Inhale, right arm up. Feeling that length, that flow of energy from my toes to my fingers. And on an exhale, I'm going to bring my knee to my elbow. Inhale, open. Exhale. And one more. Drawing in that belly button. Opening. Dropping the hand. Dropping the foot. Now I'm going to pivot. So I'm going to pivot on my right knee. Dropping my heel of my left foot. Inhaling, left arm up. Really pushing the hips up into the sky. Bringing left arm over into a nice Gate pose, feeling that nice long stretch through my side body. Pressing into my right arm, really opening up the chest. We're not collapsing. And breathing, relax the face. And an inhale, bringing my arm in line and lifting left leg. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And just one more. Really good. And exhale down. Dropping that hand, pivoting on the knee. And we're going to bring the left leg in between your hands. Checking our foundation here. Inhaling, pressing into the left foot, both arms up. Exhale, hands to center. Checking on our position here. Oh, my hair is going crazy here. Hands to center. Feeling that core. And on an exhale, bringing my arms, my hands to the opposite side of my knee. And doing a very gentle twist. Again, if you'd like to open, you can bring left hand behind your back. Just to open up your shoulders. Breathing. And coming back. Inhaling both arms up. Exhale down. Straightening the knee, pushing the hips back. Lifting the toes to that runner's lunge. Plant the foot, bend the knee, come forward, stretch out. Breathe, and then push your hips back again. Lifting that foot. Inhale, plant. I'm going to plant my right hand next to my foot. And inhale, left arm up, gentle stretch and twist. And exhale, arm down. Planting the hand, pushing the leg back, opening up the knees, and pushing back into child's pose here. Let's take a few gentle breaths just to check in. Breathing into your lower back, and then your mid back, and your upper back. And on an inhale, planting the hands and peeling up. And from here, we're just going to do a gentle glide. I'm going to plant my right arm just slightly above where it would be for tabletop. Inhaling, left arm up, just opening up. Exhale, coming through, but we're not going to drop down. We're going to come right back up. So just a gentle twist and open. Exhale, coming through, like threading the needle here. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. I'm going to plant the right arm. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Planting right, opening up. Exhale, nice and slowly, threading the needle. And inhale, pressing away from the mat and opening. And exhale, last one. Inhale to open. Exhale, arms down. Really good. Okay, so I'm going to check my knees, make sure they're back in alignment with my hips. And I'm actually going to come to my elbows. So I'm bringing my elbows in line with my shoulders. These nice little railroad tracks here. And I'm just going to inch my knees back until my forehead comes to the ground into puppy pose. So just nice and gentle, just coming down. Allowing kind of your hips to go up to the sky. This isn't the best pose to do in public, but just kind of pressing in, getting a nice shoulder stretch here. Resting on your forehead. I'm going to inhale, come up. And I'm going to inching my knees slightly till I bring my shoulders back in alignment with my elbows. I'm going to interlock your fingers. We're going to come in gently to dolphin, okay? So my shoulders are in line with my elbows, very important. I'm pushing away from the mat, activating my core, tucking the toes, and lifting the hips up into the sky. Very gentle, pressing away. This is the foundation for shoulder stand. So what's important is I'm not dropping in, I'm pushing away from the mat. We're only going to be here for 2 more breaths, so just breathe. Just breathe gently. Pressing away from the mat. And exhale slowly the knees down. Releasing the hands to those railroad tracks. Pressing knees back. And we're just going to make our way to bring our belly to the ground. Feeling a little bit of movement here in the spine. Maybe inch forward without really moving, but just giving your spine some room. Pressing into the hands, pulling the shoulders away. Inhaling, head up. Exhale down. Feeling that movement again in the spine, pressing away, shoulders back. Inhale, head up, shoulders back. And exhale all the way down, sliding hands underneath of shoulders, tucking elbows in, pressing into the tops of your feet. Inhaling, baby cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, press into the tops of your hands, coming up to all fours, and then tucking the toes and pushing the hips up into downward facing dog. Really good. Just do a couple of yeses and nos with your head. Pressing away from the mat. Pedaling out the feet, nice and gentle. And just gently making your way to the top of the mat, either walking, jumping, or stepping. Staying hinged. Inhale, halfway out, flat back. Exhale down. And inhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming up. Our standing position, last thing to rise is your head. Really good. I'm going to tie my hair back. Don't know why I insist on wearing it down. All right, so we're just going to continue checking in on our breath here. We're going to move through a gentle flow together. All right. Inhale, both arms up. Gathering all that energy, hinging at the hips. Flowing down. Inhale, halfway up. Flat back. Exhale down, planting the hands, jumping or stepping back into plank. Option to come to knees. Lowering down into our cobra, into our belly. Pressing into our hands. Inhale up. Melting to the mat. Pressing in. Lifting the hips. Tucking the toes. Coming down to down dog. Just going to open up the hips a little bit here. So inhale, right foot, right leg to the sky. Bend the knee and just kind of open the hip just a little bit to your left here. Maybe just do some gentle circles. Just to open that just very gently. Bringing that back into a line. And dropping the foot. Okay. Come back to the other side now. Inhale, left leg up. Bending the knee. Maybe opening up the hip. And just doing some gentle circles. Really good. Planting the foot. And with your gaze between your hands, either walk, jump, or step up. Staying hinged at the hips. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. And inhale, rise. Hands to the center. Really good. Just going to check in here. That breath. And checking into that inner wisdom. Feel free to kind of close your eyes here before we go into the next part. We're going to really use the strength of our legs. Do a little bit of stretching and flowing. Okay, so in our mountain pose here, mountaintop, going to inhale both arms up, exhale down, inhale flat back, exhale forward fold, and on an inhale, I'm going to step back with my right foot into this low runner's lunge here. Pressing into the top of my right foot, I rise up. Inhaling, hands to heart, making sure my hip crease is back. Hips are aligned, my hip bones. Just going to do a gentle flow. Inhaling, arms straight up as my knee straightens. Exhale, bending the knee, opening up the chest. A little slight back bend. Inhaling, arms are active, kind of like grabbing a beach ball. Exhale, bending the knee and opening. Feel free to move on your own breath. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, open. Okay. And on an exhale, we're going to kind of come down, bringing our fingertips down to the ground here. We're going to do something kind of similar. So stay with me. This time, inhaling and straightening the leg and tucking the chin. And exhaling, bending the knees, rolling the shoulders back, opening up the chest. Exhale, bending the knee, tucking the chin. Inhale, bend, open the chest. If you want to come down. And just begin to move on your own breath as you straighten and bend. Getting that nice stretch. And just last one here. Good. I'm going to drop that knee and inhale both arms up. Exhale down. We're just going to slide that leg back. Moving the hips just a little bit. Opening up the knees and just sitting back into child's pose. Maybe just checking on your breath while you're here. It's allowing your hips to relax a little bit. Allowing your face to relax. Really good. On an inhale, peeling up nice and slow. This time we're going to tuck the toes and we're actually going to kind of come into a plank. Make sure that core's nice and strong. Fix my shoulders here. And lowering down onto your belly. Pressing into the tops of your feet. Inhaling the cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, lifting to all fours, tucking the toes, lifting the hips. And walk, jump, or step your way forward, staying hinged. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale down. Inhale, rise. Bring your hands to center. So before we go to the other side, we're just gonna check in. Swing side to side a little bit. I don't know, personally, when I do yoga, I don't like it to feel like I just did cardio. I like to do yoga and just moving on the breath. And I just find that really important. Just make sure you slow back down, check in, closing your eyes. And like our theme for today is just trusting your inner wisdom before we move on. Okay. Top of our mat, so we're gonna have to do our left leg now. All right. Inhale, both arms up. Get that length. Pivoting from our hips. Swan diving down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale down. This time with our left leg, inhale up. Exhale, bringing that back into our low lunge here. Putting the weight into your right foot, using your core as you rise on an inhale. We're going to check into our foundation before we do our little flow. Make sure we are peeling back our hip crease here, making sure hips are forward. I guess I should have said this last time. If you feel you need to open your legs wider for more stability, go ahead. So on an inhale, straighten that front knee. Exhale, opening the chest. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, opening the chest. We'll do two more. Go ahead and feel free to move on your own breath. Another inhale, swan diving down for our next one, okay? Exhale as you push the hips back and straighten that knee and tuck the chin. Inhaling as you open the chest. So try to keep your fingers kind of light on the ground. Exhale, pushing the hip back, straightening the knee, tucking the chin, feeling that stretch. Inhale, bending. Getting nice space in your chest. Straightening the knee, tucking the chin. Making sure your forehead is relaxed. All right, we're going to drop that knee and that foot, pressing in and rising. Swan diving down, tucking the toe, and just stepping back into downward facing dog. Moving the hips wherever it feels nice. And with your gaze between your hands, you can either slowly jump or step or walk your way forward, staying hinged at the hips. Maybe you notice, because we did some nice stretching, that you're able to come a little bit closer to your legs. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise. Bring your hands to center. And staying kind of light on the knees. Just going to kind of step back and open. Just kind of gently here. I'm going to move back so you can see me. So legs are kind of open here. Oh, I'm going to need more room. Okay. All right. So legs are a little bit more than shoulder width apart. A little bit of bend in the knee. So I'm not locking my knees out. Inhaling both arms up, out to the sides, like this is called star pose. Just you want to take up a lot of space. More space than you've taken up ever before. Lots of length in your spine. I invite you also to close your eyes and just see what this feels like. It's a star or an X or whatever you want to call it. Tapping into your breath. Pressing into your feet nice and strong. And on an exhale, making sure core is strong, lifting from the pelvic floor. Core is engaged. Gonna grab something with your, or pretend to grab something with your right hand as you bend forward and pivot slightly to your left. Twist here. You can either look up at your arm or down. Inhale, coming up. Do that to the other side, grabbing something with your left arm, staying strong in my core. Exhaling to the right, looking up on my hand. The options for you. Inhale, rising. We're just gonna do that one more time. Reaching for the sky, arms. Taking up a lot of space. Really seeing what that feels like for you. Inhale, activating your, drawing up on your pelvic floor, activating your core. Grabbing something with your your right arm, coming to your left leg. And then twist. Inhale, rise. And get that star. Grabbing something with your left, bringing it over to your right. And inhale, rise. Really good. Exhale, hands to center. Okay. Heel toeing all the way together. For kind of our last little pose. Bringing feet pretty much touching. Drawing up on the pelvic floor yet again. And I'm going to push my hips back as I come into chair pose. Nice little gentle. See, my back is nice and straight. I'm not swayed. I'm tucking the tailbone. Gaze is up. And we're just going to slowly lower. I think you guys have done this with me before. Low, low, low to the ground. So you come to a nice seated position. Really good. All right. And slowly lower to the ground with your back on the floor. Doing a little bit of circles with your knees. And the other way. Gently releasing. Inhaling knees to chest. And on an exhale, letting them drop to your right side as you look over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center, dropping to your left side, looking over your right shoulder. Nice little twist. Inhaling to center. Give yourself a nice big hug here. Maybe bringing forehead to knees. Really good. Relax. Bringing hands in between your knees, grabbing the outside of your feet. It's a happy baby. Now you know, we're pretty much done now. And feel free to do any other kind of stretches that feel kind of necessary for you before we make our way into Savasana. Gently bringing legs out. They shouldn't be touching. Arms shouldn't be touching. Shaking out the hips. Maybe bouncing on your heels. Shaking your body out a little bit. Really good. And I invite you to close your eyes as we relax our body. Relax your toes and your ankles. Relax your shins and the tops of your legs and the backs of your legs. Relax your hips and your bottom. Just melt into the mat. Relax your stomach and your abdomen all the way up to your chest. Relax your lower back, your mid back, and your upper back all the way up your spine. Just melt into the mat. Relaxing your shoulders, down your arms, to your elbows, your wrists, and down to each finger. Relaxing your neck and your throat. Relax your jaw and your tongue in your mouth. Relax your eyes and your eyebrows. Relax the back of your head and the top of your head and your forehead. Just melt into the mat. Just allow your body to completely relax. Bringing your awareness just to your breath. And maybe you notice how the air feels as it goes in and out of your nostrils. Allowing each inhale to further relax you. All right, really good. And on an inhale, begin to wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. Coming back to the room. Shaking out the legs. Inhaling knees up. Give yourself a nice little hug. And falling to one side. And slowly making your way up to a seated position. For the last part, or you have the option of going back into Savasana if that's more comfortable. For the last meditation part here. Okay, so I invite you to either go back to Savasana or be in a nice seated position. You can be seated with your legs crossed or on a chair with your feet on the floor. Spine straight. I invite you to close your eyes and just begin to follow your own breath. Relaxing the face and relaxing the shoulders. I invite you to imagine as if you are a tiny person on the tip of your nose. And on an inhale, you move up in between your eyebrows. And on another inhale, you move up to the top of your head. And on another inhale, you drop inside your mind. And on another inhale, drop inside your throat. And on another inhale, you drop inside your heart. And with your attention in the center of your chest where your heart is, I invite you to imagine as if you are breathing in and out of your heart center or the center of your chest. Just begin breathing a little bit slower and deeper than normal. And I invite you to begin to activate a memory or a moment in time that you felt so loved or extremely appreciated. Perhaps it's when you hold your children, or when you hug your spouse, or your parents, or a moment in the sun, Just really feel that moment, feel that hug. Really allow that a feeling and emotion of love and safety just to spread through your body. Allow that love to spread down into your hips and into your legs and into your feet. And it travels up into your shoulders, down your arms, up your neck, and into your head. And this love perhaps has a color, perhaps the color gold. This gold is flowing all the way through you. And it's getting so strong, making that hug so tight. That moment, that memory is getting bigger and brighter and bolder. And it's so strong that you push it outside of your body. And it surrounds you like you're in your own personal snow globe. This gold light, this liquidy, warm blanket. And push it out even further to fill the whole room. And perhaps there's other people in that room with you. They're surrounded in your love. And push it even further to fill every room in your home. And push it even further more till it surrounds your whole house. And then your neighbors. Until it's around your whole neighborhood. Your whole neighborhood is wrapped in this gold bubble, this gold liquid, warm blanket. And push it even further out around your whole town. And then even further still around your whole city. And push it even further to your whole state. And push it even further to surround your whole country. Your whole country is wrapped in this gold love, this liquid warm blanket, feeling all its love and safety and all the people. And push it even further out to all neighboring countries. And even further out to all neighboring countries. Until you wrap the whole world in your love. In this gold, liquid, warm blanket of love. And you wrap it until it looks like a little marble of gold. And you push yourself out into space as you see this gold earth. And perhaps you feel the warmth of the sun on your neck. And you look up and you see the brightest star you've ever seen. And you pick that star and you hold it close to your heart, knowing it's filled with love, compassion, wisdom, peace, and safety. You hold it close to your heart as you descend back down into earth, back down over your country, back down over your state, back down over your city and then your town, back over your neighborhood, back into your home, into your room, and back into your body, still holding that star. On an inhale, press that star into your heart, knowing it holds so much love and compassion and wisdom and peace and safety. On an inhale, allow it to travel throughout your body, filling up every cell. And another inhale. Just begin to slowly bat your eyelashes until you're back into the room. Really good. May you always have clarity of thought. May you always speak your truth. And may your heart always be filled with love, compassion, wisdom, and peace. Namaste. And for the time being, namaste at home. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed that. And please feel free to join me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the same time and the same place. I hope you enjoyed that. And it's a pleasure doing this. It's my way of showing up for you during this time of uncertainty. Tiffany jumped on. Hi. And Casey. Oh, you're welcome, Casey. Awesome. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that, had a good time, and feel a little bit more at peace. Oh, Christine. Thank you, Val. This was amazing. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so glad you joined live. I know you've been missing it, but watching some of the others. I'm so glad you're here. And if you guys all enjoyed the theme, trusting your inner wisdom and taking that with you through the weekend. Uli says thanks. You're very welcome. Bitte schön. All right. Well, thank you again, everybody, for joining. That was wonderful. It was great to see new and old faces joining in. Thank you. And I wish you a beautiful day and a beautiful weekend. Okay. Namaste. Bye.